always wanted more of a scholarly academic environment. Continuing education has always been a big part of what we do here. We thoroughly enjoy having students when we had them here. And so that, I think, was really what was in me and what I wanted for the clinic. I think we built kind of a skeleton framework of what it would include. And then it put pen to paper and really spelled it out as to what the commitment from the physical therapy program would be and what the commitment from the Dee Physical Therapy Clinic would be to their agreement. So that was kind of the motivation. Initially, there was some pretty funny misunderstandings. You start with the ICE, the Integrated Clinical Experience. And I think a lot of them perceived that they would have 4 students following them around and being around a patient treatment table, and that would be just too much for a patient. So we quickly cleared that up and got to better understanding of ICE. So that was kind of an interesting misunderstanding. And I think there was hesitation only from not understanding it to begin with, and then I think as people understood it and saw what was available and what they could do, they really latched on. I think for a number of our staff, the excitement to get up in the school and serve as lab assistants or carry the title adjunct clinical faculty is a reward for them. It kind of breaks up the day. I know those of us who have to teach fundamentals, it's a nice return to something we learned years ago when we were in school. And then you can bring your clinical experience into the class and add that little bit when you're teaching the fundamentals. So I think overall it's been a welcome opportunity for the staff. We're in our 3rd year right now, and we're taking a lot more clinical experiences due to the COVID, where other clinics can't accommodate them. So we're learning there, but even with the stress of COVID, managing the clinical space, the extra time it takes to put into a student, I hear positive after positive after positive. I think this staff that we have really enjoys those experiences to have the students here. I think they enjoy teaching. And now they're learning about research. I think we're on our 3rd research project with the school since we started this. So they're seeing a research method. They have to read and prepare that material so they have a better understanding of what they're applying in their research project, so they gain more clinical knowledge, if you will. So I think when you look at all 3 of those components, I think they really like it. Certainly prestige in the community. I think every one of our referral sources get it. They're doctors, or they're nurse practitioners, or they're physician's assistants. They've been through some higher education. They have students themselves, and so they realize that when they really get an understanding that we are the clinical faculty practice and the exchange, they really like it. So that prestige, the prestige in the community. I think for someone who's been doing this for 35 years, and so 32 of that was really just seeing patients every week, to add this level of scholarly environment is just something that I've wanted for a long time. So it's a real positive for me. I think for the staff, it's the same thing. They really enjoy getting in front of the students. The nice carryover is the students can come here and watch their faculty treat patients. We get to know the students in the lab or in the classroom, and then they see us again in the clinic. So that relationship building is a real plus too. Yeah.
And the students really like that. They like that familiarity, that they get to know you here, and then they get to know you in practice, and they see clinicians in practice. So
yes, they do. You know, it's such an applied body of knowledge, and so for them to go from the books to the clinic, and then the person who taught them a basic fundamental in class and then applies it in the clinic, it's a nice carryover. Yeah, it's really a positive.